Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 28th, 2023, psychic crystal reading for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You may want to watch this entire video, not just your sun sign, because believe me, this eclipse is affecting you from all directions. So I highly recommend you watch the entire video. And remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions are coming to you from there. So whatever element corresponds to your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, you may want to watch those elements, and your cusp sign. So before I get started on your psychic crystal reading, I have a little astrology information for you first. And don't forget, if you want to get more specific information than you can get right here in this crystal reading for your element, you can get the Vimeo video series that I recorded for each sign of the zodiac for this full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 28th, 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card reading. It's very detailed. I look at what's ending for you, what's beginning, what blessings, and what karmic lessons are coming to you from this eclipse. Then I look into the crystal and give you more details and information. And then I look at an oracle card that I use the Moonology oracle card, and I drew a oracle card for your sign. And then I even pull a crystal from the Velvet Bag of Gems to get what's the best crystal for your sign to work with, use, and wear when dealing with the energies of this eclipse. Those links are down below in the description box in the Show More section to get to that series. Also, these links are available on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. You just click on whatever zodiac sign you want, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. And when you buy these Vimeo videos, you support this channel and help me to keep doing these readings here on YouTube. Otherwise, I can be doing private readings more. So please help support this channel and get more messages and predictions that'll be helpful to you. So now on to your astrology information, and then the crystal reading will follow. This full moon lunar eclipse is at 5 degrees in Taurus on October 28th, 2023. This is the last eclipse in the Taurus-Scorpio axis, which started in November 2021. Therefore, we may feel inspired and driven to implement improvements to the areas of our charts ruled by those two signs. Due to other planetary aspects occurring at the time of the eclipse, we may find ourselves struggling with internal conflict and heightened emotions, along with strong motivation and desires. It's wise and advised not to make dramatic changes and decisions until we take time to sit and ponder these choices and options prior to making any big moves. The fixed signs may feel this eclipse the strongest: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, especially those who have personal planets in these signs at 0 to 10 degrees. We may recognize the dichotomy between the energies associated with Taurus versus the traits attributed to Scorpio. The conflict between these two will be quite obvious to most of us. It will best serve us to find a balance between these two energies. This eclipse is urging us to do just that. This lunar eclipse in Taurus is near the north node of the moon, which indicates a portal of opportunity and advancement opening for us. We may see big shifts and changes in business, work, and money areas of our lives, as well as in relationships. This eclipse will bring a clearing and letting go of relationships, negative traits and patterns in ourselves, as well as in our partnerships. We may find that we're driven to let go of stuff, clutter, and anything being held too tightly. Changing eating habits and certain foods is also likely. There will be a strong focus on our values, such as skills, knowledge, and resourcefulness. We must be sure to be extra clear in our communications in our relationships. This full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus can also bring healing related to our money, finances, work, business, lifestyle, and health. There will be a tendency to focus on tangible things and clearing things up in the area of health and wellness and any part of our lives that have been stuck. Now on to your psychic reading. This eclipse is going to make many of the earth signs feel like their life is born anew. It could be in many different aspects, or it could be in one particular area of your life. Some of you are going to have a lot of surprises that are going to get sprung on you. You may find that they really pop up in the month of June, even though the eclipse effects usually last 6 months. They can last 5 to 6 weeks. The effects can start 5 to 6 weeks prior to the eclipse. Then they usually last for 6 months after the eclipse. But in these video series, the one I did for the middle of the month, the eclipse in Libra, and in this series I did that are on Vimeo, these predictions went out way past the 6 months. And you're getting here like things surprising and sprung on you. June could be a hot spot for some of you earth signs. Some of you may feel really inspired to see the world. You may want to travel. If it's not seeing the world through travel, it could be there are certain aspects of the world you want to research and explore online, or taking some kind of classes. But I really feel that many of you, you're going to want to explore the world physically yourself by travel. Some of you are going to find that you're going to catch up with old friends. Could be old loves too, but it really feels like old friends, maybe relatives you've lost touch with too, but catching up with people from the past, especially old friends, is indicated here for the earth signs. I feel that some of you earth signs are going to have really two benefits here, making a lot of new friends or important new friends in this time frame over the next 6 months, maybe up to a year, and money. Friends, new friends, and money come up here. Some of you are going to start some kind of business, a business venture, or a new endeavor that will lead to money coming in for you. So it could be a short-term endeavor, like a business venture or endeavor, but it could also be starting a new business. Some of you, this is a little weird of a message. Some of you earth signs are going to get important and valuable relationship information from somebody. It could be a counselor, a therapist, a psychic, an astrologer. It could be from somebody else, a friend even. And then something happens for you real quickly after that. Like your relationship, if you're in one, takes off and improves, or if you're single, you get together with somebody real quickly after this important advice comes to you. Now, here are the 3 cautions for the earth signs. Weird message here. Make sure the air you breathe is purified and clear. I would recommend you getting air purifiers and maybe putting them in different rooms in your home. If there's any way to have air quality tested where you live in your neighborhood or in your home, because I feel like, you know, maybe you live in a smoggy area where there's a lot of pollution. I don't know, but I get concern over air quality. So it's a warning or a caution. So anything you could do to improve your air quality that you breathe every day is of importance. Another caution or warning here for the earth signs is you are second guessing yourself too much. Over the course of the next 6 months, and maybe even up to a year, like if you make a decision, don't, you know, second guess yourself. Be solid on the decision when you make it and then let it go. Don't second guess yourself or about things you're making or doing or saying or creating. Don't constantly second guess yourself. I see it cropping up here for some of the earth signs. Be very, very careful too. You may be prone to exaggeration or blowing things out of proportion and making mountains out of molehills over the next 6 months to a year. So make sure you have your realistic hat on and not, you know, have expectations too high or be prone to feeling like too dramatic of a response or, you know, exaggerated emotions and feelings. Like try to be more realistic. So I hope those messages were of help to the earth signs. Now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Some of you water signs are really going to do things in a completely different manner. You may find that you change, like, you know, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, your schedules, your routines, your fun activities. You may, but especially things that you do on a regular basis. Like you may start changing them up. Routines, schedules, daily routines and practices. You could really change these things up from the energies of this eclipse, what will last for 6 months, 9 months, or up to a year. Some of you water signs are going to be gathering things up to make a compilation of something. So it could be a body of work that you've done. Maybe you wrote journals, or you wrote down your dreams, or you're an artist, or you've written a bunch of short stories, or it could be a compilation of other kinds of work. Maybe you've been writing out instructions on how to build or fix or do certain things. And you're going to take this together and make a compilation of something that maybe you're going to do a video series on, or you're going to put it together in a book format or an ebook or a regular book you could buy on, you know, the internet. Like, I see you doing this, the water signs. Some of you water signs, you're going to have an abrupt halt to a relationship. This could be a love relationship, granted, for some of you, but you know what? It could be an abrupt halt to maybe you had have a friendship that's been tenuous or something pops up and that could end that friendship. So I see some of the water signs having abrupt endings to relationships. And remember, eclipses do bring change, beginnings, endings, blessings, and karmic lessons, but especially change, new beginnings, and endings. Some of you are going to kind of like drive yourself crazy over little details of everything. You may feel like this eclipse could make you very particular. Like you want things done in a certain manner, in a certain way, at a certain time, and you have like certain expectations and or like little details of things you want to write or things that you need to do. Or so I see you getting like real particular and fussy over details. Some of you are going to like reevaluate your life. And you may decide to take your life in a completely different direction. You may feel like, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to live somewhere else. Or I don't want to do this career anymore. I'm going to change my career, or I want a different type of job. These are the kind of things like life-altering change for some of you. Some of you water sign people could find yourself within among a gathering of people that's supporting you. You could win an award. Somebody could throw you a party. You could be honored in some way, like getting inducted into something or getting acknowledged for your hard work and efforts or something of that nature. But I see you with a group of people that looks like they're backing you and supporting you. Any physical exercise you do is going to be amped up and really beneficial to you. If you have an exercise program or you're working out, it's going to pay off. You may also win any kind of physical challenge or contest that you enter over the next 6 to 9 months. Now I'm going to look at the cautions, the 3 cautions for the water signs. Your estimations of things are going to be high. You need to go lower. So this could be like, if you're trying to sell something, you may estimate the value higher than what you can sell it for. That could be a home, that could be personal collectibles or items. So that's one of your cautions. You know, this is going to sound weird. Welcome to Psychic Predictions. Sometimes they're weird. I get that some of you, and people are going to probably argue this, but it's what I hear. Some of you water signs are going to be eating too much greens. Could be too much salad. It could be too much spinach, kale, lettuce, leafy greens. Like you would think, oh, that would be the best thing for you to do. For some reason, it's like disrupting your digestive system. So it doesn't mean don't eat it at all, but you may be overdoing it. So be cautious of that because it could cause you to have digestive problems, upset stomachs, diarrhea, other problems could ensue. So be careful of overeating too many leafy greens, especially lettuce, spinach, kale, and anything else. Maybe there's some others. Just decrease it, downplay it a little bit. You know, your tolerance level may be incredibly high, which sounds like a good thing, but my guides are saying your warning and caution here is you could be so lenient with people that it's not a good thing. Like they bulldoze over you or they take advantage of you or you're like, oh, well, you know, blowing it off for another day. And then the person does something really bad and you could have like called them out on it or you gave them too much leeway. This could be one of your kids. This could be an employee to you. I don't know who it is, but be cautious of not being too like overly tolerant. I know that sounds weird because tolerance is good, but that's what came up here for the water signs. So I hope these messages were of help to you and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I feel that many of you fire signs are going to find that over this next 6 to 9 months or even up to a year, that your ambition is going to increase greatly. It's going to inspire you, some of you fire signs, to do a lot of problem solving. And I'm hearing the words think tank. So you may get involved in like troubleshooting sessions with teams of people at your job or families getting together and are like, okay, we got to solve these issues and problems. Let's group together and come up with different solutions. And you yourself are going to want to problem solve, troubleshoot, and fix problems from the energies of this eclipse. You may feel, some of you fire signs, like you really want to bring about change. And you may also feel like you want things to happen faster. So I see you like amping things up. Like if you feel like anything's poking along, you're going to discard it. Or, like if you have a website and you feel like it's not working right, or you have an internet provider and you feel like it's too slow, or if you have any employees that work for you and you feel like they're poking along and are too slow, or if you deal with any purveyors or people that supply you with goods and services and you feel like they're poking along and not moving along fast enough and they're too slow, you're going to ditch those and you will get new ones that will have contracts or promises of doing things more quickly, because I see you like this all needs to be happening faster. Some of you are going to buy a house or buy a piece of property or land from this eclipse. Some of you are going to find that you will be making more money. You could get a raise, a promotion. You may also be, if you're in the stock market or in some other kind of investment situation, like you're going to find that your investments are going to make more money. You could have a family gathering, some of you fire signs, and you may be really compelled to catch up with people that are family related that you've lost touch with. And you may want to invite them to come visit, or you may have some kind of party or gathering to draw these people to bring them together. Some of you fire signs are going to have some completions of some very big projects. And especially if you were involved in like renovating a home, repainting, redecorating, re-landscaping, or building a home, or doing things within the home, like you're going to have completions of these projects from the energies of this eclipse. Could be happening to you right now in, the next couple of weeks, but it could last up to a year where you're having these completions. So here are the 3 cautions for the fire signs. Fire signs, you got to be careful. Your caution is you're spreading yourself too thin. That could be like you're too many activities. You're playing sports, you're working out, you're taking care of your family, and you're working. Like maybe you need to pare some of those down because they say you're spreading yourself too thin, so be cautious of that. Fire signs, you have to realize you can't have everybody like you. Even though you may, that old saying, you can't please all of the people all of the time. You can only please some of the people some of the time. That message applies to you. So I feel like some of you are going to feel like, especially on social media, because that's where people really can let you have it if they don't like you or what you say, right? It's like a free-for-all. And many of these people wouldn't say the things they say in person, but they get brave behind their keyboards. So you may have to just contend with that there's going to be some people that don't like you. This could even be at your job, Here's another kind of interesting one. I see that the fire signs need to be careful. If you need to buy like tools, equipment, technology, ingredients, especially things like if you're building something, the supplies you need to build. If you're cooking things, the ingredients and things you need to do to cook certain things. Like, I feel like you are not paying attention and you're buying the wrong things. And then, maybe some things you can't return. So just be very careful of that. If you're cooking or building anything or putting anything together and you need to buy technology, tools, equipment, or any kind of ingredients or supplies that you are 100, like just don't blow it off and do it real fast and think you're going to get it right, because it's a good chance that you're buying the wrong things or some of the wrong things. And then you don't want to get stuck with it, or you don't want, because you may not be able to return it. So I hope those messages were of help to the fire signs. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs are going to find that this eclipse is going to inspire you to get back to basics. And it may make you feel like, where has life gotten too difficult, too complicated, too complex? And it may be even with too much stuff. So whatever you look at in your life where you feel like it's getting too convoluted, too, complicated, you're going to find ways to get things more back to basics. Could even be eating and diet and exercise, but it could be through other aspects of your life. I feel that some of you, this eclipse is going to inspire some of you air signs to pick out new things. You may feel like things have gotten too old or too worn out. It could be furniture, appliances, automobiles, whatever in your life is getting worn out. You may select new things. Some of you, this eclipse is going to help you to drive a hard bargain. And you may be quite the wheeler and dealer over the next 6 to 9 months or even up to a year, because the eclipse effects are the strongest 5 to 6 weeks and before the eclipse and the days around the eclipse, but the effects can last 6 months. But when I did my Vimeo videos, those predictions were going 9 months to a year on some of them. So you may find air signs that during that time frame, from now until a year from now, you're like striking a hard bargain, wheeling and dealing. You could be doing a lot of buying and selling of goods and products and services. If you've had anything in storage, you may decide you want to sell it. Or if you had put anything at a pawn shop, and you may go take it out of hock. So a lot of I see you looking through storage units, storage bins, closets, attics. And if you pawned anything, you may take it out of pawn. And then you may turn around and sell it for a higher price somehow or where. So it's kind of weird. Again, it's like buying and selling, going through stuff, getting rid of stuff. But so that's coming up strong for the air signs. Some of you air signs may feel like you really want to spend more time with friends and relatives. You may feel like maybe your life has gotten too involved with business or work, or that you just haven't been spending time with your family and friends and neighbors as much as you would like. So you may feel inspired to get together with people like that more over the next 6 months to a year. Also, you got to be careful of deliveries. If you get anything delivered, it could be furniture, it could be mattresses, it could be appliances, it could be anything like that. There could be a problem with the delivery. Just make sure you check the delivery, because you could be getting the wrong item number. You could be because I get screwed up things with deliveries. It could be they delivered on the wrong date, or they give it to the wrong address, because I get problems with deliveries and the items may be incorrect. Some of you receive some valuable insight and information, and they could be coming to you through a very long dissertation, lectures, podcasts. So it's weird, you may feel like you're listening to something interesting or important, but it's very long and it kind of drones on. So it would be good to record it, or to rewatch it, or to take notes, because within that, you're going to get some really valuable, interesting insights, news, and information that you're going to be able to use. So If you go to any lectures, speeches, classes, listen to any podcasts or anything like that, pay close attention, because the air signs, there's some valuable information coming to you through that. I feel that some of you air signs will find that relationships in general take a turn for the better for you from this eclipse, especially romantic relationships. But any kind of relationships, family, friendships, even work, coworker relationships. It's like things improve for you with relationships over the next 6 months and up to a year. So now here are the 3 cautions for the air signs. Some of you are getting stuck mentally on some certain principles and ideas that it's like you can't shake, or you have tunnel vision and you need to try to find ways to broaden your mind and have a broader perspective, because I see like 2 things, maybe 3 things that you get so fixated on and stuck on, and it's very hard for people to change your mind or for you to see other perspectives. Be very careful, air signs. You're not digging in too deep into other people's business or digging in too deep looking into secrets, because that could blow up in some way for you. The people could find out, or it could backfire, or you could get maybe even into legal trouble. So be careful of digging into other people's business and digging into secrets that, might be going on either out in the world or with individuals. And some of you air signs need to be careful that you're not biting off more than you can chew. You may think like you can handle it all. You don't, like if your boss is saying, hey, can you work overtime? Oh, yeah, I can do that. Hey, can you take on more work? Oh, yeah, I can do that if you have your own business. Can you take on more clients and customers? Or, can you fit me in here and there? Oh, yeah, I can fit you in. And then you may be like, whoa, what did I just do? You may have to backpedal, backtrack, and that's never a good look. So make sure you don't overpromise and overextend yourself and bite off more than you can chew. I think the fire signs kind of got that too, something similar to that. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And like this video if you do, and subscribe if you haven't, and share this video with others if you feel that these psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides would be helpful to other people. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll get notified when I upload my new videos here to YouTube. Don't forget, I'm also on Rumble, and my channel name on Rumble is The Lucky Mermaid LLC. I've heard through the grapevine that this platform has been getting rid of some channels that are considered alternative, so you never know what might be the target next. So if you're not over there on Rumble, you might want to follow me there. Again, it's the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Rumble. And as I said at the beginning of the video, in case you didn't listen to that part, if you would like to get more detailed messages, very specific for your sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign as to how this full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 28th, 2023, is going to affect you, you may want to get my video series I recorded for that, which are my full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for each sign of the zodiac. Also, I did the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, October 14th, 2023, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings for that eclipse also. I highly recommend if you could get those. Many people find that it's like private readings, or they really find that the messages resonate with them on the eclipse readings. Remember, those predictions it's not just going to last for 6 months. When I did those, they went out. Some of the signs, some of the predictions were going out well past the 6-month point, even up to a year. So you may want to check those eclipse videos out. Also, my Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread, Psychic Tarot readings are available. They started in August of 2023, and those predictions and messages go all the way out until August of 2024. And also, hey, Psychic Crystal readings for the month of November are available, and October for sure are available, but I believe by the time this video is up, my November readings for the crystal should be available. So if you want to get, they're kind of like an expansion or a continuation of the Psychic Tarot readings that I do here on YouTube and Rumble. So if you want to get more insight, more information on a wide variety of topics, love, work, health, home, family, all of that, cautions, warnings, blessings, you might want to get those crystal readings. I condense a lot of things into those crystal readings, so I hope you'll check those out for each sign of the zodiac. And there's other video series linked down below. My mid-year Psychic Tarot update for each sign of the zodiac this year isn't over yet. So if you didn't get your mid-month Psychic Tarot update, you might want to check them out. And my mid-year Love and Romance Psychic Tarot update for 2023 for singles and couples is also available. And my Career and Finance Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings, those predictions go out 12 to 18 months, where I started them, I recorded them in April of 2023, but they go all the way out until October of 2024. That's a whole nother year from now. And I think I'm discontinuing that series. So if you want to get in on the last time I do that series, you might want to get them now. I may do something else with Career and Finance, but I'm not going to continue on with the way I was doing them. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to stop and figure out some other way. So you might want to pick those up. And don't forget my What's Lucky and New for You in 2023. This year did have some real lucky. Sometimes it's like what's new or lucky doesn't sound new and lucky at first, and later on it's new, it's lucky. But in that particular video series, for most of the signs, the luck was kind of obvious right off the bat, and not like you had to wait for it to see it, like felt unlucky. Oh, but then it turned out lucky. That does happen a lot. But in this particular year, I felt that didn't seem to be the case when I recorded that video series. So just if you want to check out any of the other links, they're all posted down below, and you can go to my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here on YouTube or Rumble in a video format, you can follow me on the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram at @theluckymermaid_Pam Georgel. And also, I'm very active with writing my spirit guides messages on X, formerly known as Twitter, and my handle over there is The Lucky Mermaid. And also on my YouTube community pages, I am posting these predictions and messages, and they're usually about 5 paragraphs long. I use tarot cards, oracle cards, on rare occasions the crystal, and I write them out so you can go back and you can look and see if I was right. You can follow the trail of what I have said. I already am seeing the things I've been saying for the past month and a half on X, formerly known as Twitter, to be accurate. My guides have given, you only get a little section. You can't go on endlessly on X, formerly known as Twitter. So I see what I've been writing. You might want to go over to Twitter, X, and read the predictions I did in September, because a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world right now is making sense for what my guides were saying over there. So you might want to look into that. And if you would like to donate to this channel and help support the work and the readings that I do here, there's a donation link down below underneath all the video series. It's connected to PayPal. Thank you so much to those of you who have been very kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does help me a lot and it means a lot to me. So thank you very much for that. So I hope you have absolutely spectacular energy that comes to you from the energies of this full moon lunar eclipse, which is a partial eclipse, by the way, in Taurus, October 28th, 2023. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.